Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Eiyuden Chronicle Rising. Last time, well, we kinda pissed off Mellore's companions, just because Garoo really wanted that Runelands to move ahead, and in turn, he made himself look extremely suspicious to me, and why I do not know. Two theories I have. One, he might be the bandit leader, also giving us the reason why they left so easily, even if Garoo just said other people were coming. If he was leader, he could just have ordered them away. And the other one is maybe he's being blackmailed for some reason, and therefore he needs that lance in order to get out of there or something like that. It's gotta be one of those. He's innocent or he's guilty. There's only one way to find out, and that is to go after Mellore and her followers. But in order to do that, we first have to complete these side quests before we're heading further into the fire zone. Two of which are in town, that is giving the money to Keke, and of course finding the fancy lady, so we can put her on to the pawn shop. Other than that, there are also two regions outside that have items we need to collect. That is a giant ice chunk and a giant gold ore. So basically the same type of quest but in a different area. So I say let's get that one first. So I say the quarry. Which one was it? I think it was the cavern. Yes, this is the one. I thought straight away from the beginning it had to be in one of the newer areas, so that's where I explored first. Come on, give me your crystals. Even though I probably won't need that many, I do want them all. Can you imagine having storage with every item 999? That would be amazing. Pointless, but amazing. Alright. Yeah, and as always, we do place every trap we can, just to get some extra cuts of meat. Of course, some little enemies we need to take care of. And I do say little because he's level 25 and I'm way older by now. But since we're here, might as well pick up everything we can. And there it is, the large gold nugget. So all we need to do right now is try to find a way back. And I should have hit those minerals on the way down, but that's fine. And the same thing is going on with the ice chunk. We just need to move ourselves to a new location we just opened up to find that nice big old ice chunk, so we can bring it back to town. And because now I know where it is, I can start by the Yeti's Crossing instead of the beginning. Because if we start at the end and walk back, it's a lot easier. Because what is one of the last areas we unlocked? Those were the ones behind the elemental pillars. And there it is, one big old chunk. Well, over here, might as well grab another lapis lazuli. Oh, just was trying to avoid that, because that should be possible. Ooh. Navius crystal, come on, get out. I need to get some better ice protection. I could also just equip it. But the same thing why I unequip my fire elemental, same reason why I don't put anything on defense. Because if we give fire to our defense, we'll get hit worse by ice. And I travel through so many different regions. So often, every episode, every time I grind, that if I really want to have the most out of it, I should change my equipment every single time, backwards, forwards. So keeping it neutral makes it a little bit easier for me to go to all the areas. And we are far and strong enough to do so. So why the hell wouldn't we? Like if we are fighting dedicated bosses, which we know are an element, of course we switch it, but so far it hasn't been necessary. Right, let's get back to town and deliver all our quests. Alright, let's go to Outland Lane first. Oh, Jean, yes, I remember her. Hey, yes? I don't suppose you just sold a face to the pawn shop, did you? Shopkeeper said he underpaid you and wants to... Oh, I indeed sell a face at the pawn shop moments ago, but I need no more money. What do you mean? Jean, can you explain what you mean instead of just saying I don't need more money? This just makes me more curious than anything else. Alright, let's go to the inn and give the money back to Keke. Keke, someone asked me to give you some money. Give me money? Who? I can't say. But listen, you have to use this money to... Yes! I'm back in the game! Oh dear. Yeah, two very weird quests at the same time. Jean, for some reason, don't want 10 times the money she's owed. And Keke getting his money back from the person he lost it to. So weird. I'm back. Here you go. Oh, you actually got it. Wait till you see what I can make with this. Pure Snowpeak water brought to my door by CJ herself. I'll call it a snowy CJ. That sounds more naughty than it should be. No one will know what that means. Make it good if you're naming it after me though. I'll take my stand now. Stamp received. Alright, level 4? Yes. I'm still wondering if we move all the buildings to level 5, if they're gonna change once again. Don't get me wrong, I like blue, I like the way they look right now. But, like I said, having like a final form, the maximum level, just gives some more satisfaction. And they can stay blue, just make it a little bit more shiny or something. But if I could have a choice on the color, I would definitely go red. It is my color, so to say. I gave it to him, but his reaction? I think it'll be back in your hands before long. He really is a silly man, isn't he? Well, it seems like he's always loses to you, so I don't know why he keeps coming back for more. Well, best not keep him waiting. Wait, my stamp. I think somewhere deep down they both know it, and I think they both like each other. I see a relationship forming there. Hey, well, I found the lady, but she won't take the money. She won't take it? Oh, that fool. Where was she? Well, it was a songstress woman who's been hanging around the tavern lately. You don't know her? Well, I'm not too fond of alcohol, so I don't spend a lot of time down that way. Wait, a songstress? Could it be? Oh, now that I think of it, when she came in, she had a veil over her face. Oh, so that's why I didn't notice. Yes, of course, that voice. What's happening? She's alive. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, sorry, CJ. Thank you. I'll take care of it from here. Take a stamp. Is it somebody he knows from the past? It must be, isn't it? Pawn shop level 4. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell the stuff because we don't need it. We have 80,000 and at the moment that's pretty good. What I do want to do, and I've been thinking about this for a very long time, because like I said, I am very much wanting to find everything myself, and the hardwood lumber is the one that I cannot find. I still think is a rarity thing, that I will get it from the trees, but rarity was the only accessory I couldn't get because it takes an item we haven't found yet. Same as with this, so I'm gonna buy 3. So we do leave some lightweight lumber in our inventory, but we can at least upgrade our equipment. Okay, what is the other quest? Ah, yes, the town outskirts. Before then, we might as well go to Outlander Lane and arrange our upgrade. I think it was just a Virometic Vestige. Didn't even think about that. I thought I already maximized all of this. Good, I checked. Because Virometic Vestige, we know where to get those. It's from the Fire Mages. Okay, so not here. I could swear there was a hardwood usage for somewhere. Tools! That was what it was. Alright. Yeah, it's been a long time and I totally forgot about where it was because I wanted to find it myself. So I took every opportunity to hunt for it. That's where it is. Alright, everything upgraded, waiting for the next level. I think I've got a really big one here. Well, wow, that's well, oh, is that panic I hear in your voice? Did I win? Did I? Of course you didn't win, but it's a good first effort, so you can have a stamp. Don't worry, I wasn't seriously about making you give up your precious title. Like I would have anyway. Yeah, we got under his collar with that one. Definitely. Alright, and as always, when we finish the quest, we go to the plaza to check the board to see if there's anything new on it. There isn't, so we are ready to go back into the lava and find a different way to Mellore and her friends. And we know where it is, because we already saw it, of course. Because the first time we went past it, we already were like, there's a hole in the wall. Why can't we move there? And this is the reason. Story related. Well, the one item we haven't found yet is a molten core. I wonder if that is like a rarity item from one of the enemies or resources. And if it is, which one is it gonna be? Maybe it's for one of the bosses. They do tend to hold very special items for those. Let's see what's here first. One of these should lead back to where we found Mellore. There it is. And of course a trap. Just in case they come back, we can catch them. Always forget to switch back when I use my magic. Only for 40 bucks, really? Okay, so there are multiple ways to go here. Let's keep going this way because we're already here. Damn, that's slippery. Too much fire. I do want to check if they dropped an item, but that would mean dropping down from here. Not ready just yet. Okay, so the lower part is probably a dead end. Let's check that in a moment. As always, if we pick one direction, we're gonna go that direction until we get a quest point or a dead end. Ooh. That is hot, hot, hot. Oh, we can't change it. Okay, so molten core is the rare item from the mage users. Didn't expect that, to be honest. It's only hard because the enemies are more towards my level and pretty strong. And that one, damn, he doesn't light up quickly, does he? That fire damage, that dot is really, really long. And it's so easily applied. But there are some really nice reward-giving enemies here. Because the fire whisker and the pelt, I really like those. Alright. So, do you need to use this? Not yet, because like I said, I feel like there's gonna be an enemy here, maybe a boss even. Alright, let's check it out. Look, it's Mellore. Wait. This thing is one tough cookie. The manor is like Right there. Friends, I was training with my magic. You two go for the... No way. It's too much for small fries like us. Wait, what? No, believe in yourselves. I believe in that thing way more than I believe in myself, girly. Good luck. Wait. The rune lens. Forget the lens. That girl's about to get barbecued. We have to help her. Right. And in that moment you do see that Garoo is not a very bad person. Oh, there has to be something going on that he hasn't told us yet. Ooh, careful. Alright. Yeah, we're learning here. Ooh, too much fire, too much fire! It's pretty good that we upgraded our defenses, cause it's not too bad how hard he hits. Damn, didn't expect him to go twice as hard back to back. We got him? Nice. Giant lava rock. I'll take it. I think you dropped this. Huh, thank you, adventurer girl and friends. I'm sorry I called you a bandit. I should have known a kangaroo couldn't be a bad guy. Ah, come on now. Magical girl can be seen looking so glum, can she? I guess not, but... what did we say last time? Don't let mistakes get you down. When you fall down, just get back up. That's what a magical girl does, right? You're right. What just happened? Don't ask. He knows a surprising amount about magical girls. Mellore, I know this isn't the best time to be asking for favors, but could we borrow that lens just for a bit? I don't like lending and I don't like borrowing. Please? So, I'll just give it to you. Huh? Really? Sure, you saved me after all. Aw, thanks, Mellore. Shall we return to the room with the device then? Wait. The runes on this lens don't match the ones we saw on the machine back there. This one won't work either. So we killed that thing for nothing? I wouldn't say that. This lens has runes in it, so it's gotta fit into something. We just have to find it. And everyone get back. Wind and thunder, hear my plea. Magical holy conjure. Whoa, is this... this is... don't say it, not another word. It's gonna blow. Oh, crap. Oh, we've done it if we stay here a second longer. Quick, we have to get out. Mellore, you did it again. Okay, I don't see an eruption. I think we're fine. Tamaya! Was that Frida? No, in the East Reach they have these magic fireworks that light up the sky like flowers made of incandescent colors. And when they go off in the sky, everyone chants, Tamaya! Kajia! Well, that's what the Yugo told me anyway. Maybe I heard wrong. Well, gotta say, never thought I'd see a volcano erupt on us. Maybe this town really is cursed after all. Perhaps the large earthquake several months ago was a sign that eruption was imminent.
The lava may have reached its limit, causing the earth beneath the mountain to become unstable.
So what broke that limit?
If only I knew.
That's one big eruption. What do we do now?
Bad. This is bad.
How do I have a feeling you guys are responsible for this? Just what exactly did you do in there?
About that.
How fares the town, Hugo? Have there been any injuries? Oh, nothing of the sort, thankfully. Not yet, at least. Old Hemma got quite a scare, but that's the extent of it now. Also what? Well, a number of hot springs have burst forth around the town. Temperatures sure seem just right for spa treatments. Hot springs?
Where? Oh, I've got to try this. And me.
Came here to dig for lenses? No, we're digging for hot springs. You gotta have a laugh.
Isha, we'd like a word.
Shiva, is something the matter? If it's related to the volcano,
Have you heard about these hot springs popping up all over town?
Yes, I have. I just heard about them from a Hugo, actually.
That should speed this up. We've come to appeal to you directly.
Appeal?
Indeed. We ask you to halt all activities in the Runebarrows and rebrand New Neve as a hot spring town. Oh, that's right.
What? Shiva, sometimes I think you enjoy being a pain in my... What is this old man flapping his gums about?
But Shiva, the town finances have improved dramatically since the excavations began.
And the recovery has been progress too, thanks in no small part to CJ and the others.
Lies, tricks, a false economy. Nah, that's right. Look around, the mountain itself is telling you that Eruption, that too, is sorcerer at work. The curse, the sorcerer curse. If you don't stop digging in the barrows, it's only gonna get worse, I can promise you that.
Wait, a sorcerer didn't do that.
We did.
Well, or rather, the monster did.
No, it was me. It was my fault. I'm really sorry. Sure, you made a volcano erupt. You think I'll believe anything just because I'm old, that's it?
But it's true. Besides, if we shut down the excavation now, we'll never be able to find Isha's dad. We just found out he's alive down there. We can't abandon him.
The Daxa is alive? Daxa? Could it be?
Yes, I saw him with my own eyes. It was him. So please allow me to leave the barrows open, at least until we find him.
From the very start, I knew nothing good would come from Daxa taking those greedy youngsters down into the barrows. If he had listened to me then, none of this would have happened.
But that's... You listen to me, Krams. Aren't you embarrassed? Pinning all this responsibility on a kid like her? You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Wow. Acting mayor. What does it even mean? She's just a little girl. And despite her doing her best, you lot only come around when you got something to moan about. She told you she wants to find her dad, and you're really gonna stand in her way, are ya? Isha and CJ have been taking good care of us. That is much is true. Life sure has been easier here since the tavern opened up. Daxa got the leak in my house fixed too. Shiva, let's leave it there, shall we? I say we let the girl look for her father. I agree. Let's leave it to them. You're a fickle bunch, aren't you? Yeah, you think I'm being selfish? Only thinking of myself, is that it? Forget about Daxa, child. Live for yourself. You're more than...
More than what? What am I?
No, nothing. It's not my place.
Then how about we settle this like grown-ups then? The excavation will continue as we'll search for the mayor, and we'll also take advantage of those fabulous new hot springs. Maybe it's the optimist in me, but does anyone care to tell me why we can't do all three? The elders are happy, the acting mayor is happy, and myself and the outlanders are happy, so what's the problem?
That sounds good to me. My bones are indeed in need of a good soak. I do hate the cold. Well, it fixed my eyes too.
How about it, Shiva, Miss Acting Mayor?
I am in favor of this idea. When can you get them done?
Get one done.
The hot springs, man. My back is destroyed after fixing that clock tower. Leave it to me. I knew you'd say that. Splendid. A little bit longer yet. I'm giving it up for now, but I hope you don't forget what I told you. And I hope we don't all live to regret it.
Yeah, that Shiva really is a moaning old man, is he?
I'm sorry you all had to see that. Thank you, all of you.
No need to apologize, is there? Sounds to me like everybody wins.
Except for us mucks, who'll be spending the next however long building bathtubs.
Come on,
at the end of it, you can have a nice hot bath whenever you like. Me too. You need to learn to say no, mate. You never think of who you're hurting when you go around helping everyone?
No. Let's all stay calm. Besides, a dip in one of our new hot springs will heal all sorts of ailments.
All sorts, huh?
You bet. Fatigue, nerve pain, arthritis, chills, all sorts.
So if you build some hot springs, the old folks might shut up and leave us alone for once. What about kids, young'uns? Will it heal them too?
Depends, but probably yes. In the East Reach we have bathhouses exclusively for children.
You don't say, huh? Well, if everyone's in agreement, where do we start? Where's the key word, I think? These hot springs should be easily accessible to outlanders and townfolks alike.
In that case, how about the inn? I'm sure Rajiv would be pleased as a punch. He'll be taking all kinds of big talk about expanding his services. If he was offered help installing a hot spring, well, I bet he'd thank his lucky stars.
Well, the inn does seem like the perfect location. Well, let's get over to Outlander Lane then. Some things put a spring in his step. So I was overthinking. Overthinking what?
Your friend. Maybe he has better intentions than I thought. Take care. Yeah, I think I'm getting it now too. Ooh, exquisite meat received. Nice. After the eruption. Alright, that was a big story part, loving it. But I think we just saw a glimpse about the reason why Garoo is how he is. Him asking about if it also cures a child gives us that one piece of information we needed. I think his kid is sick, and that's why he wants to move further ahead in the Runebarrows, trying to find a cure for what ails that boy or girl, because we don't know which one of the two it is. And that's why he got excited when he said, could it heal a kid? So I think, yeah, Garoo has pure intentions. He has just a little problem in sharing it. But I'm sure at some point we'll hear about it and we'll support him any way we can. But for now, I'm gonna leave it where it is, and next time we're gonna focus completely on getting the hot springs in town fixed and ready to go, so that all people will let us be. But until then, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure to be back next time. as we're gonna soak in a few hot springs. Bye bye.